Sandy Gillette, how did you get the stars out here today? Well, you're a star in yourself, aren't you?
I'd like to think so, Todd, but today I have BJ Pino and Anthony Frazier with me. As you know, our drive is ongoing for citizens, and I tried to think who used our service that never in a million years thought they would need it. Mm-hmm. And I happened to see Anthony walking down the street, and I thought, he's my man.
There you
go. So Anthony's here, and BJ's here to talk about numbers.
All right. Our conversation is brought to you by Marcus & Mack, voted best personal injury law firm in the Best of Indiana County contest. Marcus & Mack, a law firm representing injured people. Citizens Ambulance Services in the midst of its membership campaign. Just yesterday, Mike Keith, Indiana County Commissioner, was in and spoke very passionately about the mission of Citizens Ambulance Service and how vital it is to our area, and not just Indiana County proper, but beyond the borders of Indiana County. The stresses we hear of quite often on an ambulance service such as Citizens. BJ, of course, for all of these many years with Citizens Ambulance Service, you know what we're talking about when we say that there's much to discuss with Citizens and its necessity here and its vitality in Indiana County.
Correct, it is. But isn't it nice to see such great support?
Yeah.
It was very kind of Mike Keith and all the commissioners to lend that hand of support over the last few years, especially. It's been rather difficult times, as Sandy expressed in her last interview. But, you know, I think we all just need to sit back just for a minute and just understand the importance of public safety and supporting public safety agencies in our communities. There's nothing else to express except this one terminology, and that's quality of life. If we can imagine ourselves for just a brief moment without those support systems and mechanisms, fire, police, EMS, what about our wonderful community hospital that sits, or regional hospital, that sits up on the hill? I mean, we are blessed with an infrastructure and system that is second to none. All we have to do is wake up and support it.
Yeah.
There's this thought out there that this stuff just happens, or, oh, it's smoke and mirrors, and oh, come on. This thing has been around for decades, and we have been telling people for over 10 years that it's coming, that if you want to have this service, you're going to have to support it.
Yeah.
And it's here. And I can't stress that enough this morning. As far as our membership is concerned, it's our last hold. There's no other way for us to generate income out there. Mm-hmm. To date, we have, since compared to last year, 550 memberships. We're down compared to last year of over 100 memberships.
Yeah.
So
it's frightening.
It's not trending at all. And believe it or not, over 85% of those households that are memberships are senior citizens. Yeah. People that are age 62 and older, me included. So new membership total this year is only 418, but the one good news is in 2023, donations are up by $12,000. To date, we have $69,000 in donations.
Wow.
That tells us that the recognition of service, the recognition of the need for that service is there. We just need more people to, again, please understand what you have and please find it a way that you can help support this. It's always thought someone else is going to take care of it. Mm-hmm. We're not there yet. We're not there yet.
The magical mystery government check is not coming to Citizens Ambulance Service. Emergency services is so important in our daily lives. Anthony Frazier has told stories for many, many years in a number of different formats, and probably a year or so ago, Anthony, you didn't think this would be a story that you would be telling.
No, I had no idea. As you said, you never expect it. You never see it coming. And as you know, I do a lot of walking around, and I walk in parks and trails, and there are always these curves, these turns. And it's great when you can see far down, but you can't see around the corner. And you never would think, I never thought, and even after I've gone through it, I still don't think that happened. But I'm glad it did happen because I have a new appreciation for what these folks do and what happens until you need it. Unfortunately, we live in a society, and I'm in this society, that we only respond when it comes to our need. And we hear fundraisers and go, oh, that's nice, and that's all well and good. But you don't think about it. But when it's your life on the line, and when it was my life on the line, I had two of the nicest people to carry me, and I'm a big guy. And so, and they did it very professionally. They did it with kindness, and they did it in such a way. And they even made a little joke at the end. They said, hope we can close these doors because your legs are so long. And they did it in such a way because you need that reassurance when you lose everything, the ability to walk, the ability to do anything, and now you have people taking care of you who you don't even know. You've never met before. And they're smiling, they're professional, and they put you in this thing, this box that you see oftentimes going down with the lights flashing. Now you're inside of it. It is a humbling and a kind of a scary thing to be. And so when Sandy asked me if I would come and say a few words, I could talk for a couple of hours, but I'm not. But yeah, it was a life-changing thing. If you can donate, if you want to become a member, please be a member. But think about what Pino just said. It's a safety. It will go away if we don't. This is for us. If we don't do anything, it goes away.
Yeah, absolutely. I was watching a movie, the Liam Neeson movie, one of the Taken movies. He talks about his particular set of skills.
Yes,
that
particular set of skills.
Well, there's a particular set of skills that the Citizens Ambulance folks have that are skills that are not only, as you say, life-saving skills, but there is a really important aspect of what they do, and that is their ability to put you at ease as the patient that they are caring for. That is a whole part of the whole medical equation.
They did. And when you're at a loss and you don't know what's going to happen in the next minute, I mean, I thought, because I've seen movies where when you get inside the ambulance, what they do is they pull out those things and they shock you. And I said, are you guys going to shock me? And they said, no, I don't think you need that. And I was like kind of disappointed because you want to, you know what I mean? You see the movies, but I mean, they were so calm, and you need that. And you don't think you do, but you do. You need that. And those few minutes that they spent talking to me did wonders. I mean, wow. And they do it all day long.
Yeah.
24/7.
They're a magnificent group of highly trained.
Highly trained. I couldn't do it.
We are blessed to have such professionals with us. I'm serious. Sure, it's easy for me to
get you a
sit
little
on
closer to the
It's easy for me to sit up on my soapbox and say this, but I'm telling you, they are some of the best out there. They are just wonderful clinicians, just wonderful.
Yeah, and we talk about skills. There's a dedication that requires of you that you make a decision that you're going to serve in the role in which they serve.
Absolutely.
There's the follow-through aspect of it. We can all have high goals and great aims, but unless we follow through on that and really develop the art that is displayed on a daily basis by the folks with Citizens Ambulance Service, it's just not going to work.
And, you know, Todd, it's kind of like a calling. It is service. You're putting the needs of someone else well above your need, and it really is a wonderful service. So any young person that is thinking about a life-changing career, emergency medical services is wide open, and we would welcome those people to come and see what it takes to become that trained professional. It can lead to a lot of things in life, but it certainly will lead to satisfaction. I can guarantee you that.
So we're talking membership today. We're also talking about the actual people who get into those ambulances and the support personnel that make this an ambulance service that is probably second to none in certainly Western Pennsylvania, but maybe in an even broader range. It's really amazing. Sandy, we haven't really talked with you all that much other than to introduce the segment, but these two gentlemen on either side of you today, they're telling quite the compelling story.
That's right. I brought the big guns out, so I don't have to say much. But I think the biggest thing that we're seeing, which is good for our cause, this is across the Commonwealth. This is across the nation. Everyone's trying, Commissioner Keith may have related to that yesterday, we're trying to find an answer. And it's evident that what we're doing, we're trying everything, but it isn't going to work if people don't get the message, don't understand. So we're seeing across the state, different counties are doing regional types of things with fees and to make this work. And it may come to that, but it takes a lot of county government, state government, local government. I think the thing about this that is unique, it actually, according to the second-class township code, it's supposed to be funded by the municipalities. But the statement, I looked at it this morning, it's very ambiguous. I mean, nobody picked up on that because we didn't have to here. We had Citizens Ambulance making a go of it all these years without going back to the municipality. Nobody offered. I mean, because it was just happening. But now we're to the point where citizens can't do it. And the municipalities this year, many have contributed. But in the same breath, it's just not enough.
Well, we've been talking about memberships and the importance of them for somebody who out there this morning is saying to themselves, well, I'm not a member and I haven't taken advantage of it. What do they need to do to become a member?
They just need to commit and call our office, our business office at 724-349-5511, or visit us online at www.citizensambulance.org and just click on support, and it'll take you through the process. But we would welcome any person. First of all, if you wouldn't mind, can I thank the 5,000 or so members
Absolutely.
that did indeed support us in 2023, and many of them that have supported us for many, many, many years. And all of those kind people that took it upon themselves to send in a generous donation and seeing what really needs to happen here. Sure, there's a lot of concern, and there should be, and there's a lot of fear, but I think we can solve this as long as we just get our act together and understand that if you want this service, it's going to have to be supported financially.
Yeah.
And let's not forget our brethren in fire and our brethren in police. It's public safety. We got to have it.
You're right. Absolutely right. Okay. Few moments left. Anthony, what are you doing over there with that?
Well, I was just showing, I'd written a post back, I think it was in February 2nd, about my experience.
Oh, okay.
And it's available online. You can see it. I don't know who that person is, but she was one of the people who pushed me into the airlines. And they closed the door, and it was able to close with me in it. It just, I mean, those experiences are, you never want them to happen. Mm-hmm. You never see it coming. But thank goodness it was there. Yeah. And that's through the support of the donors in the past. So if you've never donated before, if you're interested in donating, this is a great cause to donate for. If you don't want to become a member, you can make a donation. Sure. But most importantly, and I'm all about getting involved, get involved in some way. Do something, because that something has a ripple effect. And we're all Christians in the way. That ripple effect, that ministry is what we need.
Anthony Frazier, BJ Pino, Sandy Gillette, thank you all for coming in to visit with us today. It is so very, very important.
Thanks, Todd.
Our
Thanks,
pleasure.
Jake.
Anytime. It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160.